My name is Jeff Pearce, and I'm Director of Intellectual Property for Guardtime. I started in the IP world in Sweden a long time ago, it seems, and after that I went to the United States to study law and became a patent and IP attorney. I've worked in a big American patent firm and then also for a large German company for many years. But more relevant to the Guardtime universe is I started and wrote the first patents in sort of modern virtual machine technology for VMware, and I managed the patent and IP program for VMware for several years. And after the VMware time, I was actually in charge of intellectual property and other matters for a large Chinese corporation. So I've been working in the IP field in Europe first, and then America, and also China. Since Guardtime is for the whole world, it's useful to have a sort of international perspective on it. As with most breakthrough technologies, with Guardtime's KSI, that's keyless signature infrastructure, seems like most people have a kind of, oh, now I get it moment when they realize, oh, that's how this works, I get it. But so it seems on one level that it's fairly simple, and in fact, the simplicity and openness are two big advantages of Guardtime in the first place. But underneath all that simplicity is an awful lot of new thinking and problem solving and innovation. And that's especially so if you consider all the improvements and developments that our researchers come up with to make it more flexible and user-friendly and for an ever wider universe of users. So right now, Guardtime is small with a very big idea, and we have more and more ideas, but we also realize, even though at the heart of Guardtime is innovation. It's a very innovation-intensive company, but we realize that as more others, big and small, understand KSI and its advantages, they're going to want to do the same thing. So that leads us naturally to intellectual property rights. So this is why Guardtime focuses so heavily on protecting its IP and investing in that. We have a ever-expanding portfolio of patents. We have several issued ones around the world, and we have an aggressive program to build that portfolio. So we're actively and aggressively sort of building our strength in the intellectual property area to cover three different categories of ideas, really. There's the core idea. That has to do with the KSI infrastructure as such, what makes it work, what makes it good. Then we have improvements, and these are things around the core that will then make it work even better for more and more users. And sort of as an outside layer, we have applications of how can you use KSI in novel ways. All of these things we're trying to protect through the patent system, not only in the USA, but around the world. But we are particularly aware of the legal climate in the United States and how important it is to protect our IP there, and just what the risks and costs would be. So we see IP as an essential feature of our business model and our ability to protect the things that in fact we have come up with. We also realize that IP isn't just patents, that it's also trademarks, and we therefore sort of aggressively protect our brand name and the name of our products, not only KSI but Guardtime as such. So we have a worldwide strategy right now for trademark protection as well. And of course, since a lot of our things involve software, we're sort of very aware of the copyright protection as well, and that comes out in license agreements and in other things where we're actively seeking partners, but always make sure to protect our own core ideas and the other things that make KSI a solution that more and more will realize they benefit from, but that it is Guardtime's, and we will protect it.